Hey, Sarah. Hey, Greta. I see you guys. Alrighty, so here we go. We're going to talk about my top 10 tips for an amazing performance year for your dancers, for yourselves, for your companies, anybody who you'll be working with and educating coming into 2021. Let's see if do I have this right? Is this working? It's supposed to be working. Is it backwards? Sorry, I'm trying to get my remote working, just minor technical difficulties. Hold on just a second. I just tested it a couple minutes ago and it was fine. Let's see here. Why is it not? Oh, it might not be working because I'm on screen share. It may not be working because I'm on screen share. Oh, well. All right. We're going to make it work, guys. So I guess what's most important is that you guys hear what I have to say. Yeah. That's always most important, making sure that we've got all the information and all the resources available to you. You can still see my screen on Zoom. Do you see the goal screen? Can somebody give me a thumbs up? Okay, cool. All righty. So what's our goal? Our goal is to make sure that you guys just have some really good insights and tips so that you can feel empowered to work with your dancers coming up in this new year. We've all had lots of blessings, lots of struggles. Like, it's been a back and forth for 2020. I personally think that 2020 has been a great year for me and for the business. Not saying that it was perfect the entire time, but some great things have happened and we're going to just keep plugging forward, pushing forward. We've got really exciting things coming, and it really made me want to take a step back and share with you some of the things that we've learned in working with you guys and working with our clients, some of the things that we've heard you say that you need. And we're just going to give you some insights so that you can take that into the new year and help your dancers just be more amazing than they already are. So that's the goal, to get these 10 tips to empower you for moving forward. All righty. So if you're ready, we're going to go ahead and get started. All right. So first of all, thanks for joining us. Yeah, most of you guys already follow us on our social media, but if you don't, you might be kind of just wondering, like, what makes us different? What makes us special? Why are we doing this presentation? Well, that's why. These are like the results that we get. We get them quickly. We get them without too much stretching or exercise. The way that we get them is really just digging down and finding the ultimate causes of what's holding things back. So all of these pictures that you actually see here, these before and afters, even my split picture up there in the corner, are all within a single session. So getting great changes really comes from really quickly figuring out what's holding the body back from moving more. And that's what the 10 tips are going to cover. So we're glad you're here. Keep hanging in there. All right. You probably already know that we are also part of the Dance Medicine Specialist Network. Our coaching and our mentoring programs all empower dance educators, studio owners, instructors, technical directors, just anybody who's in a position to work and grow and train dancers. We're really passionate about educating and empowering you guys as well. So if you haven't checked out our Dance Med University, that's our online courses. Actually, that's one of the courses that we're going to be giving away, or a course in the universities that we're going to be giving away at the end of this presentation. New Body Series, we're going to be giving away access to the entire series. If you didn't know, we have our Dance Medicine podcast. And then our certification program. So Mara's on our Zoom, Amanda Smith is on our Zoom, and they've both been through our certification program. And if you ask them, I am sure that they will tell you that they had a great experience and they loved it. And if they didn't, don't listen to them. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But certification's been great. Hey, Jenna! Certification's been great. It's a great experience to work and learn from other dance educators, but we also have a really good bundle of courses that helps with that. And we'll talk about more about that after we talk about our tips. Alrighty, in terms of me, in terms of the network and why we're here, you probably know a little bit about me. I've been an instructor and a choreographer across the entire dance spectrum for over 20 years. I was working a traditional PT job, making 6 figures But yeah, I did get tired of hearing dancers being told, oh, just rest. Oh, you have to give up dance. Oh, dance may not be for you because of an injury or because of a symptom or because of something that can't be solved. And yeah, I did just kind of get tired of it because I knew better. I knew that that's not the answer. And dancers don't like being told no. I mean, nobody likes being told no, but especially, because we're just so connected to our craft and to our art, I feel like, it really just kind of hits us a little bit harder sometimes. So we started door to door doing private sessions, working with dancers, working with independent freelancers and dance students. Those numbers, the 150 to 250 to 550 to 1350 is our square footage growth. So back in 2017, started in a 150 square foot closet. It was still a blessing though. And we've grown very quickly over the last couple of years. And now we're in our 1,350 square foot space. We have our practice floor studio in the front room. We've got our treatment area in the back room. I'm actually sitting in the studio space right now, if you can't completely tell. But yeah, we've had a great ride helping you guys out. DMC, we've expanded into our dance medicine coaching and mentoring program. And then this year, with the changes with COVID, we've actually launched our functional medicine and functional nutrition program called Renutrition. So that's been our growth. That's where our passion lies in terms of helping everybody. And my personal mission is there. I want to empower at least, I really want to do more, but at least 10,000 dance educators to be able to work with the dance community so that no dancer has to hear like stop dancing as a solution when they're down and out. And we don't want them down and out for long at all. So that's why we're here, friends. All righty, let's get it. Our top 10 tips for amazing performance in 2021. But I just want to recap a little bit about what I noticed from 2020 and what helped me kind of like make the list. So here are the top things that I noticed. I noticed one, there are a lot of questions about improving flexibility, whether it was like dance-based movement, wanting like higher leg extensions or a full split, whether it was improving like foot point, stuck ankles, straightening knees. I saw a lot of stuff about wanting help to straighten out knees. And we talk about that. We'll kind of cover that a little bit in the tips. So I saw lots of questions about improving flexibility. I saw a lot of frustration, and I get it when exercises and stretches didn't work for your students or your dancers. So it's like you saw what the problem was, you got a handle on some solutions, and you tried those solutions and they didn't work. And you were frustrated and your dancers were frustrated and you guys were commenting and you were emailing me and you were messaging, and I saw all of that. So that is going into consideration for these 10 tips. And then I also saw a lot of, especially like on social media, a lot of you guys posting with your frustration about not being able to achieve a certain goal. I saw a lot of advice involving different cues and different exercises, which isn't wrong, and it's great. And I loved watching the community come together and offer help to everybody. However, as I was kind of watching all of that, the one thing that I did notice is that a lot of solutions being presented were still in the realm of musculoskeletal, like musculoskeletal solutions. But we have a whole rest of our body to consider. It's not like the rest of our body just like, I don't know, shuts off or goes in a sleep mode or something, just because we are, just because we're having a musculoskeletal issue. Did that make sense? Yeah. Cool. You guys know I have a team here, so if you hear me asking questions or talking to people, there's people here. Actually, shout out to Ellis. Ellis is one of our ballerinas who helps us out all the time, and she's keeping an eye on our chat window and stuff like that. So thanks, Ellis. Yeah, because we just let somebody in the waiting room for Zoom. So thanks for backing me up. But yeah, we saw lots of advice involving different cues and exercises and different approaches, but still in the musculoskeletal department. And so I was looking at that and I'm like, okay, but we have like an entire rest of our body, and that doesn't shut off just because we're at dance or just because we're using muscles a little bit more. And so what if those other body parts or what if those other body systems contributed or factored or influenced what the actual dance-based issue was? So those are the things that I noticed. And that's what kind of helped me narrow down what your top 10 are going to be. Oh, what's going on now? Here we go. So go ahead and give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, give me a wave, give me an emoji. Who is ready for the top 10? Are you ready? Oh, somebody even unmuted themselves. That's how ready they are. Mara gave me a thumbs up. You guys ready? Are you sure? Instagram, are you ready? Facebook, are you guys ready? Vivian, are you ready? She's watching. All right, guys. Oh, Alexa gave me a thumbs up. Who gave me Cheryl gave me a thumbs up. All right, guys, here we go. Here's tip number 1. Listen, listen, listen. Hear me out, guys. I love you guys so much. Listen, listen, listen. Tip number 1, and these are in no particular order, okay? But this was pretty important. Every injury and condition is a symptom. Thanks for giving me the thumbs up, Sarah. I'm glad you're ready. Every injury and condition is a symptom, and every symptom is a clue. And yes, they're all related. They're all related because they're all inside of our body. They are all enclosed in our beautiful skin casing. So they all relate to each other. They are not separate events, friends. And I know that there's a lot of information that might lead us to think that it is, but it's not. Everything is related. So I'm giving you these visual representations, belly issues, skin issues, your acne, your eczemas, your rashes, your hives, your joint aches and pains that don't go away, even if they're not necessarily in the area that you want to see improvement in dance. So you want better foot point, or your dancer wants a better foot point, or they're having problem getting a full like rise into releve, regardless of what their genre or their style is. But they also have back pain. Yeah, or they also have, I'm trying not to give away some of the other tips that are coming in, but that's my point. Everything is a clue. Yeah, your body works as a unit. No system works alone ever. Thank you, Perry, for that statement. I did not come up with that on my own. But every system works together to help us with our overall function. So don't negate, don't overlook the other things that are going on in your own bodies, or the other things that are going on in your dancers' bodies. They're all clues. And yes, the more issues, one, they're all related, and the more work that will need to be considered in order for you to achieve that amazing performance that you want. Okay, there's your first tip. Tip number 2, do not stop at the diagnosis. Just don't. Okay, your diagnosis only tells you in a certain area what is visibly not normal in its visual appearance. And I chose my words carefully because it doesn't tell you what's wrong. It doesn't even guarantee you that what's wrong is right where you see the diagnosis. Yeah, ask your whys. I tell my clients when they're working with doctors, and we work with our doctors all the time. I talk to doctors all the time. 4 whys. Ask why, until you get to your underlying cause and start working from there to start working on solutions, which ultimately will improve your performance. So one of my dance moms let me keep this picture of her daughter's x-ray for this scoliosis, this curvature. So you see this red line, guys, going across the middle of the picture so that you can see that the pelvis is uneven. And then if you look, you can see a little bit of a curvature in the spine as well. Those 5 circles going down the center, those are her button fly jeans. So that's not like anything like crazy, in case you were wondering. Oh my gosh, Mara, you were totally getting video bombed, but it's so cute. So yeah, we've got this curvature. We actually get a lot of concerned parents with scoliosis. They take their young dancers in for like their pediatrician well check appointments, and the doctor's like, well, they have scoliosis, like, period. And it sounds kind of like a death sentence. They're like, oh, you know, like, what am I going to do about it? What's going on? So don't stop at the diagnosis. Ask why. Why is there a curvature? There are reasons, friends. And in the interest of time, I'm not going to delve too much down into those reasons. That's a whole nother course that we actually offer too. But there's a reason why these things, you don't just wake up all of a sudden and like your spine's like, I think I'm going to curve today. No, that doesn't happen. There's a reason why these things happen. And taking the time to figure out what specific reasons might be related to your individual dancer's diagnosis is going to be key to helping them achieve that amazing performance that they're looking for. So do you have to find the answer to the diagnosis? No, but you can be an agent, you can be an advocate for your students to plant the seed of asking why. Yeah, there is a reason, and it probably is factoring. Like we said, it's related, it's factoring into their performance. Figure out why, you're going to open a whole lot of door of opportunity for improvement. All righty, tip number 3. Trees only sway when the roots are strong. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Yeah, you guys have seen like a tree just swaying in the wind or blowing in the wind. And you've probably heard this analogy with like trees and branches and roots and that's your body and all that stuff. It works. It's a good analogy. So your branches only sway when your roots are strong. When your roots are rotted, when they're not supplied and nourished, branches snap off, trees fall. So the concept of keeping that nice stable base, that nice stable core, nice and strong, is pivotal. Did I say that right? It is pivotal to maximizing performance and improving performance. Here's tip 3.1. Yeah, it's called your core for a reason. Don't underestimate the core. Your core is not just muscles, friends. It's got a whole lot of stuff in there. Yeah, we're pretty good in understanding that your core, for the most part, kind of goes from like, here-ish, here to, the top of your hips. Yeah, but that's not just muscle. Think about all the things that are between here and here. Yeah, your heart, your lungs, your digestive system, your like bowel and bladder system, lots of fluid. We'll talk about fluid in a little while. There's so many things in this small area that factor into performance, that factor into life and living, that you need to take into consideration. The concept of strong meaning stable, strong meaning good and relatively normal performance. That's what strong is. Yeah, this area has to be strong, not just muscle strong, functionally strong, system function strong. Yeah, so that your branches, everybody knows the branches analogy, I don't have to explain that, but so that your branches can move. And the number one reason that I see a lot of times when dancers are limited in mobility is because they've overlooked something in here that isn't muscle related, that needs a little bit more care. It needs a little bit more strength and support. So again, do you have to be the agent or the actual person that goes in and fixes that? No, but you can be the person that calls it out. You can be the person that plants the seed and says, hey, and like I said, we're going to get into a couple more tips and how this relates later. Hey, does your stomach hurt? Are you, not just are you drinking enough water, but like, do you just honestly feel like you don't want to drink water? That's a sign. That's a sign in itself. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But just asking questions can start the conversation. It can start getting people together to help your dancers the way that they really, really need help, again, to maximize that performance. What's really funny is that it's ironic that 4 is my favorite number, and this is probably one of my favorite tips. Guys, like, give me a thumbs up or give me an emoji or something if you have seen me talk about the importance of checking your neck. Like, we talk about this all the time. This tip is never going away. Amanda said, big fat juicy thumbs up. Thanks, Mara. Yeah, check your neck, friends. Check it. Okay, why? Because we talk about core stability all the time. We talk about core strength all the time. And when we do that, everybody knows that your core strength has to do with your back muscles or your spine muscles. Everybody knows that. And on the other side of that, everybody knows that your neck is part of your spine. But then for some reason, when we talk about core strength and core stability, don't nobody want to check your neck. But it's the spine, so it's part of your core. So we should be looking at it. Yes, I love this picture. This is one of my clients. Her name's Alyssa. I miss her dearly. Alyssa, if you happen to be, or Alyssa's mom, if you happen to be on Insta, hey, love you guys. And I love this picture because one of the number one things in this adolescent teen group that throws off neck stability is braces. Braces, if they get an expander put in before the braces, all that stuff changes jaw and neck tension and stability. Yeah, so you're getting rocked. You're getting some good love in the top of your core, your upper neck and jaw area. Yeah, and if you've seen that anatomy picture that has like the long muscles that go from like the base of the skull all the way down to the top of the pelvis, and it's all one muscle, and they run on either side of the spine. There's muscles. There's also fascial lines or fascial tissue that goes from the neck and pretty much connects itself all the way down to the pelvis. So if something gets stirred up here that causes an imbalance in stability or an imbalance in strength and performance, I will bet the farm that it's going to affect lower core stability. And that's going to affect leg stability, which, let's be honest, most of us, in regardless of dance genre, a lot of us tend to focus on like leg performance. Yeah, like whether it's hip mobility, ankle balance, like things like that. But I got love for you B-boys and B-girls too. I got love for you modern bass and contact dancers, heavy partnering. So I know upper arm and upper shoulder stability counts too. But all going back to making sure that there's good stability here. And if we're not checking here, if we're not even asking or looking here, we're, again, missing out on a big opportunity. So make sure that you're talking to your dancers or at least checking the neck area or asking. I have a client, her name's Kendall. I love Kendall, and her mom is super supportive. Her mom now, for the most part, she was like just in here like a couple weeks ago, right? Her mom now schedules a session and brings Kendall in after every orthodontic appointment. So after every time when her braces get tightened, she brings her to me and we check lower core and leg stability, because lo and behold, when this gets switched up, it factors in and trickles down the spine sometimes and makes things get funky. If you have a student in class that all of a sudden, I see that, thank you. If you have a student in class all of a sudden that can't stand up, can't turn for you know what, and they're just all discombobulated, falling all over themselves, and they got braces, ask them the question, like, did you go to the orthodontist today or earlier this week? You'd be surprised what you find sometimes. So don't forget, check your neck. I think we're gonna scroll through, because who was that who just asked the question, Alice? Okay, so who's registered as Jingle? You just typed in a question in the chat, which is fine. We're gonna circle back and make sure that we answer that at the end, okay? So keep it in there and I will scroll back and make sure that I cover your question, okay? All right, tip number 5, your muscles are like wheels. Yeah, your muscles are like wheels on the car. The wheels don't control the car, friends. We like to look at them and we put a lot of money into making sure that they look fancy and that they got good tread and all that good stuff, but the wheels don't control the car. Yeah, the wheels only go where they're steered with enough power. So how does that translate into your body? Your muscles, in this sometimes sounds mean, but it really isn't, because it's the truth. Your muscles are actually a low priority. The musculoskeletal system is a low priority system in the body. Yeah, in the body's, I don't know, mind, or in the body perception of itself. Yeah, your body prioritizes like the biological, like life, basic like life requirement systems before things like mobility. Yeah. Like I said, it sounds kind of mean, or it sounds a little morbid, but it's true. Your body's going to prioritize heart function. Your body's going to prioritize lung function so that you can breathe. Your body's going to prioritize your vascular system so that your blood can circulate through your body, your fluid can circulate through your body, so your body gets like the blood and the nourishment that it needs. Yeah. conceptually, again, sounds kind of crappy, but it's true. Conceptually, you can lay up in the bed and not be able to move muscles and technically still be alive. And the point of that is your body prioritizes its biological function before it prioritizes mobility, before it prioritizes your ability to get up and walk and move and do the basics and then dance. So it goes to say, if you want your muscles to perform its best, you got to make sure that your biological systems are also online and your biological systems are also in check. Yeah. If your wheels keep getting damaged, and actually it's funny, go ahead and comment. Throw up in the chat if you're on Zoom, what do you think happened to this tire? What do you think caused this tire to get like this? The tire didn't just wake up and get like this on its own. What happened? Hey, Jesse, thanks for the thumbs up. What happened to this tire to get it this way? Yeah, it's the same with your muscles and the same with your body. When you have a musculoskeletal injury, what happened in another system so that your muscles got steered in such direction that the result was that there was some type of injury or there was some type of change in muscle that didn't necessarily benefit you? You guys get what I'm saying? Like, as you're putting, like, can I get a thumbs up from somebody in the Facebook? Does that make sense? We can't always focus on the musculoskeletal part. It's a lower priority. If you're seeing musculoskeletal injuries, especially if they're reoccurring, who here has a dancer who always has a sprained ankle or always has a hurt knee or their back always hurts or their shoulders are always tight and or their toe is always sprained? Those are signs of other things. Those are signs of another system that the body needs more help in. And why those multiple injuries are occurring is because the body's trying to focus on the more dominant and the more not for lack of a better word, the more life-threatening system. It wants that fixed first. It's not paying attention to your muscle stuff, and that's why muscle keeps falling and flopping all over the place. So like with this tire, all this wear and tear, this rust, it's probably because the car was not being taken care of. The car wasn't being completely taken care of. The engine maybe not was taken care of. The transmission probably wasn't running well. The environment, maybe it wasn't being stored properly, like getting enough sleep, keeping your body warm, stuff like that. Maybe storage was an issue. Maybe environment was an issue. Maybe it was driving in super harsh conditions. So the conditions that we put our bodies through sometimes need to be taken into consideration. Thanks for the thumbs up, Greta. Glad you're getting it. So you guys getting what I'm putting down here? All righty. Amanda said yes as she's having her snack, and I'm loving it. It's fine. All righty. Tip number 6. Movement flows where water flows. Okay. Give me a thumbs up or give me an emoji if you've heard, what do I always say? Oh, if you've heard like the cliche or the catchphrase that like the body's 2/3 water. Can I get a thumbs up? Somebody on Insta? You've heard that before? That sounds familiar? Mara's like, yes, Mara's probably heard it from me because she listens to everything I say. It's fine. The body's 2/3 water. So for the most part, let's just go with the general statement. That's like 66%, 0.666 to infinity, because somebody on here is thinking that. That's over half. That is 66% of your body that's fluid-based or water-based. When was the last time, other than, and I'm a teacher too, so when I say it, like I'm taking full responsibility. When was the last time we said something to our students about hydration other than like, drink more water? Because that's helpful. When was the last time we really had conversations or really asked questions about hydration? Maybe it's because we're not completely, comfortable talking about like what you can do about hydration. Maybe we don't know a lot about hydration or dehydration enough to have a conversation. And that's okay. That's why I'm here. But if the tip here is that if we're not thinking about that 66%, we are more than likely doing a significant 66% of a disservice in terms of finding ways to maximize performance. So if you're joining me on Zoom here, you see me use this picture, the schematic, tons of times of your lymphatic system, which is our fluid flow system. How fluid gets transported through the bodies. All these green dots, throughout our entire body our lymph nodes. So our lymph nodes aren't just in our throat that swell up when we have a sore throat. They are everywhere, and they help transport fluid through our body properly. They help pull toxins out of our body so that we can get rid of it. And it also helps a little bit with distributing nutrients and oxygen to our body, like the stuff that we need. Yeah. So our body's 66% water. We got this lymphatic system going all over our body. So what happens? What can happen with performance if fluid isn't flowing? Okay, you guys on Zoom, some of you may have seen this picture, some of you may have not. Look at all these lymph nodes.
Yeah.
In front, somebody said, yeah. Look at all these lymph nodes in front of the hips.
Yeah.
Do not tell me, you can't tell me. I didn't even invent the body, so you can't tell me. I know I'm right on this. Don't tell me that if your body is majority water, and you got all those lymph nodes on the front of your hips, do not tell me that there may not be a fluid connection for dancers who have struggles with turnouts and splits.
Yeah.
Movement flows where water flows, friends.
Yeah.
If we're not thinking about that, we're doing a huge disservice to our dancers. I feel bad because I have a picture, but it's kind of like a crotch shot, so I don't put it on social media, or I don't put it on the internet because it's just not cool. But basically, I took the picture during a session of a dancer who had one tight hip. And so I had her lay on her back, and she's in like the frog position. So you see like one hip's like up here, the other one's like down here. And all we did was one rep of a fluid stimulation exercise. We did one lymph reset. She tapped herself from head to toe. I'm talking to my team here. She did her tap one time, and we took an after picture, and she was darn near even in her frog. So
yeah,
it all just goes to show, again, muscles are the wheels. Yeah. Where are you steering? How are you driving? Your body, that's the car. Yeah. Does it have enough fluid? Does it have enough oil? Yeah. Is your oil flowing good? If your oil's not flowing good, yes, it can definitely cause issues with movement. I like this tip. This goes out to everybody who struggled. The body's pretty complex in terms of its layers of function, but conceptually, like figuring out like what's going wrong and what the problems are, it's actually really simple. So here's tip number 7. If something's not working, it's not you. It's not your fault. You're not doing something wrong. That's just not the solution. Yeah. Tip 7.1, we say this in the clinic all the time. The body never hesitates to heal when you present it with the right solution. When you present the body, somebody's body, with the right solution, what it needs to help itself get better, you will see an instant change. It may not be 100% of the change that you're looking for, but you're going to see an instant change. That's where we get all those before and after pictures. It's not magic. We are open to figuring out what the actual solution is for that student, for that dancer, for that client. And we're not afraid to say that it's not muscle related and look somewhere else. And lo and behold, that's where we get our results. So do not beat yourselves up when you're recommending an exercise or a stretch or a position, or you're trying to give a cue and it's not helping your dancers. That's just not part of the solution that they need right now to achieve it. You are not doing anything wrong. Natalie, hey homegirl, happy belated birthday. Yeah, don't beat yourself up. It's not you. It's just not the solution. All righty. So to piggyback off of that, if what you're trying isn't the solution, don't beat yourself up. Recognize that those things aren't working. That's information. That is powerful information. If you've tried certain exercises, if you've tried certain positions, if you've tried certain stretches, and those are not helping, it is good information to know that that is not helping. Yeah, you scratch that off the list and you say, okay, what else can we think about? You ruled that out. Doctors do it all the time. Rule out. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, you're not looking bad at your doctor because they ruled something out. Ruling out just means that's not part of the solution. So rule things out. As you rule things out, call up your team. Call us up. You'll get our contact information at the end. We see people at the Phoenix Clinic. We see people online across the world. Yeah. I think our furthest client is still Cambodia. I think that was still the furthest. Yeah, give us a call. Let us help you. Don't beat yourself up. Don't feel bad. Yeah, use your resources. So making sure that you can recognize and refer to help your clients, to help your dancers, sorry, as quickly as possible is definitely going to be key. All right, this one's kind of a sensitive one, but I believe in this like 100%. And again, this is my mentality when I'm helping my clients when we're getting the results. If it wasn't addressed, it wasn't resolved. And if it was removed, it wasn't resolved either. We're talking about like the underlying causes and the underlying issues that are behind issues that are behind problems or difficulties that we have as dancers or that our dance students have. Ooh, Nick, I need a charger. Like stat. There's one in the back room by the white table. Sorry, I got in like a little panic because I don't want to like lose my connection because my computer's about to die. So if it wasn't addressed, it wasn't resolved. What does that mean? The picture here, a boot. A boot just kind of immobilizes something and it doesn't move because yes, movement can irritate an area, but that's all you did. You just kind of immobilized it. That doesn't fix anything, and it doesn't help. It does protect the area. So let's it definitely protects the area. I don't want to discount that. Protection is a good thing. But it doesn't address why it happens. Remember, don't stop at the diagnosis, ask why. It does not talk about why that happens. So when you're booted, when you're casted with your posterior tib tendonitis or your Achilles tendonitis that hasn't gone away, that keeps coming back, or your plantar fasciitis, yeah, you got to ask those questions. Why? Is that, hey, Grace? Hey, no brace face, Grace. Yeah, so if it wasn't addressed in the sense of not digging deep to find out the causes, then it wasn't resolved, which means usually when something isn't resolved, dancers' bodies are very much in tune. We're very bodily aware from a kinesthetic and a movement-based perspective. We'll find a workaround. We find compensation patterns like nothing. Yeah, we'll figure out a workaround to keep us moving until that workaround breaks down, and then we'll find another and another and another. Yeah, so if it wasn't addressed, it wasn't resolved. If it was removed, we're talking about surgeries. Surgeries can be great. So I'm not saying surgeries are bad, but a lot of times surgeries focus on an area that's not performing its job without digging deep and figuring out why it's not performing its job. So if you go in and you remove something, I'll try to come up with a really benign example. Appendix. Yeah, a lot of people think that the appendix is kind of like, okay, I'm going to scratch that statement. I'm going to go with that. It is very frequent that appendix are removed after like it gets to the point where like the appendix like ruptures and explodes and then it has to be removed at that point. Yes, but what wasn't resolved? The reason that it got inflamed and overburdened and exploded in the first place, that phenomenon is still running in the background. And more than likely, it's going to wreak havoc somewhere else. Yeah, taking out the appendix doesn't solve the problem that caused the appendix to break down, which is why you removed it in the first place. So just keep those things in mind. When you have dancers that have had a surgery, or you have dancers that are thinking of having surgery, no, you don't have to run in with your Superman cape and be like, don't. But again, plant those seeds. Encourage them to ask the why. Not necessarily a surgery, but I can say this. I have a client who goes in and out of like a locked jaw. We get like a lot of TMJ stuff a lot. I have a client who goes in and out of a locked jaw a lot. The body doesn't do anything on accident. Everything in the body happens for a reason. And her mom called me, and thank God she called me. She called and she said, can I bring her in? Her jaw's locked up. It's hurting really bad. She's asking me to take her to a dentist, but I figured you would be able to help more. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like, I changed my schedule. I was like, bring her in tomorrow. She came in. I'll cut to the chase. The body does everything on purpose. There's no mistakes with our body. Yeah. A locked jaw is a mouth that does not want to open. Yeah, TMJ dysfunction, it's a jaw that does not want to function properly. It does not want to open. Why? Yeah, so the first question that I went to was, why does her jaw get stuck? Why does her jaw not want to open all the way? It doesn't want to let something in. I'm not lying. It can be this simple. It doesn't want to let something in. Yeah, there's something that she's putting in that her body's not liking. And so her body's response is to clamp up and be like, no. Yeah, but we still eat and stuff. So why doesn't it want to open? It doesn't want something to come in. Okay, what are you putting in that's not super great right now that your body all of a sudden clenched up and said it doesn't want to open because you're putting it in there? She just had her birthday. What do you think she ate a lot of?
Cake.
Good question.
Cake.
Cake, cookies, candy, sugar.
Yeah.
She ate a lot of sugar. I'm glad she did. I'm sure it was a great birthday. I'm not knocking sugar. If you guys know me, you guys know I love sweets. Yeah?
Yeah.
It was an excess in a short amount of time, and her body said, nope. Yeah, so what did we do? We flushed her lymphatic system. We tapped into the 66%. Yeah, she flushed with water. We did a little bit of a side note. We actually transitioned her into a functional medicine session because we asked why again. She loves sweets. Why does she love sweets so much? Why do we have sugar cravings? A lot of times sugar cravings, and you guys know this, but you don't always put it together. Yeah, bacteria feeds off of sugar. So a lot of times sugar cravings that don't respond, they're just like intense, crazy cravings. Sometimes it's actually a sign of an elevated bacterial level. So we put her on a bacterial cleaning regimen with an essential oil, flushed her out with water. Her jaw felt better before she even left that day. And we kept working through with the water and with the essential oil, and she hasn't had an issue since. How does that relate to dance? It's at the top of her jaw, which is at the top of her spine. And the original issue that we had, or that she came to us for, she came in a boot. She had a foot issue. But we were able to kind of track it back and look at other body systems that could be causing joints and muscles to break down. So I hope that kind of all makes sense. Somebody can give me a thumbs up because that was a really long story, and I hope that makes sense. But this point is about digging deep, asking questions, planting seeds to make sure that we are encouraging our dancers to look for the ultimate causes and solutions. Yeah, we can always circle back with with our stabilization and muscle exercises. I'm not saying those exercises don't work. I'm saying they may not be first on the list in terms of the solution. If you guys are seeing me giggled, it's because Braces just joined us. Hey, Alyssa, I love you. So if you guys saw my picture with the braces earlier, she just joined us on Instagram, and I hope she's having a great day. All right, guys, last tip. Break it down to build it up, okay? Really empower yourselves with knowledge in terms, like if you think, and I employ this for myself, when I think I know everything there is to know about breaking down movement and analyzing movement to figure out where the issues lie, I take it a step further. What more can I look at? I ask myself, I do the whys. I do it all the time with all of our clients. Really work on your abilities to break movements down into their component parts, the static movements and your combined movements, your grand battements, your CCs and your flares, yeah, your I don't know, like your sambas, yeah, your samba basics, like across all your dance styles. Look at what's going on across all your joints. Look at what's going on in terms of all the forces that are required to produce those movements. Break these movements down so you can figure out what's holding them back to build them back up and make your dancers awesome. Yeah, it's actually one of the biggest things that we do in the certification program. We teach movement analysis and we teach assessment so that you can break these things down in an easy way. It's not hard. Yeah, it just takes a little bit of time to be able to break things down so that you can give your dancers the cues and the tools that they need to be able to build themselves back up. So there you go, guys. There are your top 10 tips. I hope that they were thought-provoking. I hope they gave you some things to kind of think about. We're going to scroll through really quick in the chat window and see what our questions were. Is this the first question?
Yeah.
Ellis is she is on it. She already scrolled back to the first question. All right, so we got, do most dancers see changes in stability and flexibility after putting braces on? Yeah, I was about to say yes, and then I read your question and it says most. I don't know if most dancers do, okay? And maybe I'm being picky. I can say I see it a lot. I can say I see it a lot, or I hear about it a lot. I hear about teachers will call me and say, my dancer came in today and we were working on turns and they were all over the place and they're usually a solid turner. And I remember to ask if she went to the orthodontist, or I remember to ask if she had been to the dentist, and they had. So I can say that it comes across my plate quite frequently. It comes across as, yes, all of a sudden, there's a loss of stability. There's a loss of balance. They just look all discoordinated and they look like Bambi on the ice. Yeah, that scene, they just can't get their dance lives together. They can't spot worth a darn. Yeah, it's just, and it's weird. It's almost like out of nowhere, you know? So yes, there are changes in stability and changes in flexibility. I've seen sprained ankles. I've seen ankles roll for 24 to 48 hours after orthodontic appointment. I've seen hips tighten up, or hips, dancers talking about like struggling with turnout. I've seen hamstrings get pulled because there's a breakdown in core and your hamstrings are one of the first muscles to tighten up as a compensation. So yes, I see it often. You know, most statistically, I can't say, but it's enough for me to be talking about it. So I hope that helps to answer your question. Oh, it's Anna or Anna. Hey, Anna, gotcha. Okay. Danielle said something about poor alignment. If you can comment, a little bit more, email me and let me know if you have like more of a specific question. And I know we had chatted earlier, so if there's more of a specific question to that, that would be great. Mara said number 7 is her favorite tip. Yes. We should apply that on a banner for all dance instructors to see. Yes. Danielle, wow, the sugar. Yes, Danielle, sugar. Yes. Sugar with kids. And again, I'm not knocking it. I love sugar, but it's all about balance. Yeah. A lot of sugar consumption breeds a lot of bacteria. It can break down joint linings, and it can just also cause, because of the sugar concentration in their liver, in their lymph fluid, in their water, sugar concentration rises. It thickens fluid, which restricts movement as well. Remember, we talked about all those lymph nodes. So yes, it can definitely factor in. All righty, so let's wrap it up here. You guys liked what you had to, what you heard and what you saw, and you want some more. Check out our Truth series. Yeah, we go over lots of things: foot pain, scoliosis, improving spotting, releasing hamstrings, tons and tons of topics. I break down the truth behind them, the things that are really causing those issues and what you can do to kind of help empower your dancers. You can go to dancemed.org/getthetruth. Yeah, or just navigate through our website. It's pretty easy to get to as well, but the direct link is dancemed.org/getthetruth. Amanda and Mara and anybody who's been through our certification program, you guys kind of got this already, but you can also go for a recap. If you still want more, if you've got like an individual dancer or you who you like really come to the top of your mind and you're like, oh, I really want to ask a question about Mackenzie because, you know, she really struggles with spotting, and yeah, she does have braces, and I really want to, you know, pick this apart. Schedule a discovery session with us, okay? If you're not local to the Phoenix Clinic, there's an option to do it online. There's no charge for it, but it just gives us some time to chat a little bit more about what might be behind the difficulty that your dancer is having. So either dancemednetwork.com/free session, or You can also go to azdancemed.com/free session. Both of those will get there. If you guys are following us on our social media, you can also get there through our Instagram bio link. Our discovery session link is there as well. You can also hit me up, DM me on Instagram at azdancemed or Facebook at azdancemed if you're having trouble finding the link or anything. Send us a message. We'll get you hooked up. All right. If you're super serious about leveling up and you're an educator, okay, we are going to do our new season of Club Dance Med. That's our coaching and mentoring program for teachers. So what's that about? That is, we will meet regularly. I will meet regularly with the dance educators in the club. We talk about your students. I mean, we don't talk about them, but like, or at least we try not to talk about them. But no, your struggles with improving dance performance, your questions about injuries, we talk specifically, we talk in detail. I give you really specific action plans and tips to take back to your dancers and take back to your studio to help with the things that you're struggling with. So you have that time to ask those very specific questions and very specific things. You get access to all the stuff that we're talking about here. DM us on Zoom or message me if you're interested in Club Dance Med, and I will give you the link to register with a special introductory membership rate. It's going to be 50% off. I'll let you know that. Okay. And we are going to start in February. So if you have some questions or you want to get hooked up with that, either put in the chat with your email, like email me my discount rate, or DM us with your email address, and we'll make sure that you get that information, okay? All righty. All right. My Zoomers, you hanging in there? Yeah, who wants a free course? Yeah, raise your hand if you want your free course. All right. We've got to pick numbers. So I'm gonna stop my share. Okay. All right. Only people who are here. So only the people that I see. I see Danielle, I see Anna, I see Kayla, I see Georgina, I see Ruth, I see, oh, Danielle moved. Okay. Oh, Anna moved. I see Mara. Oh, stop moving all over the place, guys. I see Amy, I see Amanda. I said I see Ruth. Ooh, who's at Encore? I see your face. Who are you? Do I know you? Do we know each other? Okay. Alrighty. Can you type your name in the chat? And that way, because I'm pretty sure you didn't register with the name Encore, so that if you win, I know who you are. I mean, unless you don't want to win. That's like one less person. So, all right. Holly. Oh, hey, Holly. That's you. Hi. All righty. Yes. All right. So, first thing that we are giving away is access to our entire New Body Deluxe series. So if you saw earlier in COVID, you saw us do the exercise series with like improve your foot point, improve your arabesque, improve your spotting, improve your turnout. Yeah, they were free access then. We didn't do a replay because you had to be there, but it's actually up on our dancemed.org website now, the full video, downloadable exercise sheets, and exercise tracking sheet, the whole shebang. You get access to all 6 of them. Yeah, with this giveaway. So Sarah's our intern here. Sarah, pick a number between 1 and 23. 17. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's somebody who's not here. So, nope. Pick another number between 1 and 23. 6. No. See, you got to be here to win. Not here.
Keep going.
Keep going. 12. Not you guys. I'm mad y'all weren't here. Y'all are missing out. Nope, not here. 14. Kayla Jordan. So Kayla wins New Body. Okay.
Oh,
Is somebody here?
yeah.
Oh. Yes, I see you, Georgina. I see you, homegirl. You didn't win yet, but I see you. You're here. I see you. Okay, so new body went to Kayla. Alrighty. Next, we are giving away access to when stretching doesn't work. Yeah, it's our #1 like downloadable online course about what to do when you've tried all the stretching and it's not working. All right, keep going. 15. Nope. 3. Anna. All right. Anna won when stretching doesn't work. Anna. All righty. Okay, last one. Big shebang. All right. We are giving away access to the Best of Dance Med training collection. So actually, Think When Stretching Doesn't Work is in that collection. It's usually $400 for the entire course. Includes 4 courses and all the great things that come with it. And it's really like the best of the best of the best in terms of the things that we really drilled down and thought that we wanted to empower our dance educators with. So if you get this one, you get free access to the Best of Dance Med training collection. The magic number is
20.
Oh, ooh, and she would have loved it too. I know who that is. Oh, you should have been here. Keep going.
21.
21. No.
9.
9. Number 9. Guess who number 9 is? No. Georgina. Congratulations, Georgina. She was like, I'm here. I'm glad you're here, girl. You won. All righty. All right. So best of goes to Georgina. All right. Give me a couple of days just to make sure that everything goes through. If you guys aren't getting an email that gives you the access, let me know. But congratulations, Kayla, Anna, and Georgina. If you did not win, and you send me an email or a DM, I'm about to close out of Zoom, so send it to me, Facebook, Insta, email me. If you email me a DM, I'll bump up your discount from the holiday rate for sticking around on Zoom. Okay, right now we're doing Holiday 2020, gives us 30% off of all of our online courses. Send me your email. I'll give you a code for 35% just for my Zoomers, for you guys who registered. Actually, I already have your email. You registered. I'll just send it to you. Mara's like, yes, Alexis, you have our emails. She knows I work hard. Yeah. If you did not win one of our giveaways, I'll email you the code to get an extra discount for anything else that you might want to take advantage of for the rest of the year. Sound good, guys? Cool. Congratulations to my winners. You guys have an awesome, awesome time. Happy dancing. Be amazing. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy all the other holidays that I don't know about, but I want to be respectful of them because I love everybody. Yeah. Have a great, great rest of your day and rest of your week. And I'll see you guys soon.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.